Hey, Mike Healy here again with another video on the documentary series I'm putting together about how to build a business, how to launch it, that kind of thing. So hopefully you've been following along. Obviously, you can always go to MikeHealyTraining.com/documentary, and you can watch the sequential videos that I put out there because I'm trying to give you kind of a case study, show you exactly how I do it. Now, this video is going to open your eyes to the potential of what I do and how you can do it as well. And I got to start by telling you a story. The purpose of this story, I think, is just to kind of get your mind to open up to understand, obviously, the potential. So this happened to me probably close to 8 to 10 years ago, that I had somebody sign up I was in a networking company that dealt with commercial energy, and I had somebody sign up. So every morning when I would wake up, I would go upstairs, have my coffee, and I would look at my back office, and I saw somebody in there that I didn't know who it was that had personally enrolled to me for, I think the cost to get in was like $300 or something like that. And I didn't understand it because I had never actually had that ever happen to me. And so I look, and luckily this guy's information's on here. Super nice guy. And I called him. Obviously I called him, I contacted him. And I introduced myself and we went through it, and he told me where he was from, how he was looking to supplement his income. He was, and it was in his 50s, blah, blah, blah. So I then towards the end of our conversation, after just introducing myself and talking with the guy, I said, by the way, where did you come from? How did you find me? And he goes, well, I went on YouTube, and I was looking for some stuff to do in this space, this vertical, and your video came up, and then I watched your video, and after watching it, I watched a couple more you had because you'd put a couple on your YouTube channel, and so I kind of almost feel like I know you, and so after you saw that, I saw that your link was underneath the video, and I signed up. And it was at this point that my mind kind of just went like this to the expansion of the potential of what can be done with this. Because I go back to, so let me get to the point here, and I'm going to show you how to do what I just explained. Is what happened with me was I had been doing network marketing up until that point, probably close to 12, 13, 14 years. And everything was done one-on-one, in person, or over the phone or over a Zoom, that kind of thing. I had never had anybody sign up with me that that I hadn't already talked to. So this was kind of the thing that kind of tipped me into the bigger picture. And so what I began to do is I started to think about this, and then I started to study it. I started to learn more about YouTube. I started to learn about it. And to this day, YouTube is my largest way that I generate leads, traffic, authority, branding, communication, in my opinion. And obviously there's some new platforms that have come out since YouTube was launched. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and I'm going to show you how I do it, what I look for, and what you can set up so that you can start getting these, getting people signing up with it and so on. So let me kick over to the next part of this and watch what happens. And if you implement it, I'm going to tell you, it's going to blow your mind what the potential is. So let's get going. Okay, so we're going to go to the screen here in a second. But what I want to do is I'm going to show you PowerPoint of just some stuff that I've done in trainings before, but I just want to breeze through it real quick. And then I'm going to show you how to implement what I do. Okay, so I just mentioned a second ago that that YouTube is where I get tons and tons of leads and reps and so on. Okay, but what you have to understand is that what most people do is you will garner attention from somebody, or some company will, or people will begin to talk about it, and that YouTube is not just where you watch cat videos. YouTube is a search engine for solutions and questions. There's nothing you pretty much can't type into YouTube that somebody hasn't made a video on at this point. I mean, I figured out how to smoke meat in like a pro by watching a few guys' videos now. But let's talk business here. So let me show you taking my PowerPoint real quick. What we've got here is This is a PowerPoint I've used in the past to kind of explain my trainings. But what I want to show you is I became the #1 recruiter in pretty much the last 4 or 5 network marketing companies that I've been involved in, because I've implemented exactly the strategies I'm teaching you through this documentary. Okay. And you know, this was at an event down in, I think that was in Houston. So the personal case studies, I'm going to blow through these. I want to ask you this, so you pay attention to the rest of this video, is if you could get these results, would that change your outlook on your business? Probably, right? So the first case study I did in 24 months, personally enrolled 105 people. 43 of those I had never even talked to until they'd already enrolled. Next one, 7 months, I personally enrolled 177 in my next company. 151 of those people I'd never even talked to until they'd already enrolled. My inbox, basically, when you get, you know, most companies, when you join them, they give you an email, is loaded with these types of things. Another company I put 110 people in, 62 of which I had never even talked to that enrolled. And you can see I get email after email after email of people signing up. And then I did a case study, kind of the last company I did, or I'm sorry, 2 companies ago, which I still get a check from. 90 days, personally enrolled 160 people, 152 of them I had never enrolled. And I ended up personally enrolling over 350 people in that company. And again, the inbox. So what it comes down to is this, okay, this is it. And flying through this one, follow me on here and we'll get to the how-tos. Is in networking, it's always been about whoever tells the story the most wins. And if you could figure out how to give 10 presentations a day, 5 days a week, that's 50 presentations a week. If you can do that, nobody can compete with you. But how do you do that? You can't typically give 10 presentations a day. I can't schedule enough. I can't do enough Zooms one-on-one, but I can create videos and content that tells the story for me. Okay. So I go through, if you did that 50 presentations per week, 52 weeks, 2,600 presentations. If you only had a 2% close, that'd be 52 new reps. Average fast start commissions in networking is about $90. That's $4,600 just in fast starts. And I automate everything. Okay. So that's kind of the thing. And because in the old school, you're taught, go give presentations, go out there, build an organization. Hopefully they do the same thing, which always works. But if you can train your people and you can train how to do this, you can do it. So the old school methods, which always will work because it's the same principles, I just figured out how to, skip the page, use new school technologies. So instead of it being a Blockbuster world, it's now a Netflix world. I use things like Google, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube to drive traffic and build a business. Okay. So all that being said, let's jump out of that PowerPoint and we're going to go to the how-tos. Okay. So rubber meets the road. Let me go to this. So you joined a company, and one of the easiest ways to become an authority in that space or just generate attention and build up your brand and kind of things is you create videos. Okay. And I don't care if you don't want to make videos, then you don't want real results. Okay. I never wanted to be on camera. I never wanted to do all this stuff, but I learned watching guys that had done this successfully that might be the way to go. So anyhow, so what you want to do is you want to create relevant content that people are looking for. And I mentioned a second ago that YouTube is a search engine. YouTube is a search engine. What do you do in search engines? You search for questions. Okay. So what I do immediately when I join a company is I go to the YouTube page. I go to YouTube. I typically pull up an incognito window, which is, it's not cookied to everything you've already searched and stuff like that. Okay. Is what it's called. And if you don't know how to do that, you can just go to, you can open up like Chrome as an example, click on File and click on New Incognito Window and it'll come up. Okay. So it doesn't have all the memories of your past history. And the purpose of that is to keep it a clean search. So now I'm in the company Snap Delivered, right? I did this with APL Go. I did this with iBoomerang. I did this with everything I've done, New You Life. I mean, all the companies that I've been in recently, that's what I do. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in, I'm going to type in Snap Delivered. Snap Delivered. Okay. You see, I just typed in DEL and it's already got snap delivered. So that means that that's what's happening. So I'm going to put in snap delivered, keep going. And what I want to show you is this. So what I just did is I typed this in. Now the algorithms for YouTube just told me what are the most popular searches, what are people typing in, that what is it they want to know. And what I always do is if you know how to do a screenshot, I always do a command 4 on my Mac, command shift 4, and then I highlight it and I take a screenshot. What this just told me to do is it told me now to make a video on each one of these titles. So what I'm now going to do is I've done it, and I'm going to show you results already. Is the first most popular one besides snap delivered generic keyword is the snap delivered opportunity. So knowing that that's what people are searching for, I wanted to get myself out there to potentially attract people that want to know about it. Because here's the thing you have to also understand. A lot of people will hear about your opportunity, but doesn't necessarily mean that they want to join with the first person that mentioned it to them. Like if somebody contacts me about an opportunity, they don't just get to sign me up, because you know I'm way past that first in. I'm the one that told you need to join with me, and ain't how it works these days. Okay, people will look for leaders. People join leadership. People join people that know what they're doing. So you have to position yourself as appearing that you know what you're doing. Put some content out there. Build rapport, because what happens is this: is people will go based on, so they'll type in the company's name, the opportunity. So they'll, it could say anything. It could say whatever company opportunity. And what they'll do is they'll click on it. They'll scroll through. Okay. So we're going to do that right now. I'm going to click on snap delivered opportunity, and hopefully you'll see me on here. And what happens is the top most ranked videos that are relevant in that keyword will start to come to the top. Well, you'll notice that if you scroll down, I only posted this 21 hours ago, and I'm already in the 3rd position. And I'm going to show you how I got that high of ranking that quickly. So this one's here. It's been here for 2 months. Okay. Now what'll happen is typically if you can be in the top 5, you've got a good chance of getting what they call organic people to take a look at it. And then they're going to click on it and watch it. Now, the key though is when you make your videos, you want to make them, first off, they have to be relevant to what somebody typed in and clicked on. If it comes up snap delivered opportunity and you're talking about something completely different, people will jump off of it, and it'll tell YouTube this person, there's no retention on it. So what you do is you see, now back to something I thought about but I forgot to mention, is the other thing too that you have to remember is that people want to join people that they like, right? Know you, like you, trust you, that. And so what you want to do is when you're making videos, you don't want to be overhyped. You want to have good quality sound, good quality videos, use a good screen record system. And there's lots of free ones out there. You can use Loom or anything like that. That's a Google Chrome plugin. But what you do is you keyword it properly. And now I'm going to show you some of this in a second. Okay. So if somebody scrolls down, the other big thing, did I emphasize big, is thumbnails. What thumbnails are the images that somebody initially sees. So if you scroll down, this is a great thumbnail. This is okay. That's a great thumbnail. I have a good thumbnail on here. Okay. These are okay, right? Some of them are okay. This one's terrible. Do you see what I'm saying? If you just put your image up here, that's it. People don't know about it. And Google/YouTube, they read images. They read the titles of the images. So somebody's typed in snap delivered opportunity. I say snap delivered opportunity here, and I say snap delivered opportunity in the thumbnail. Okay. So now what I've done is I've created a video that's relevant. Also, when you're talking on your YouTube, on your videos, I usually within the first 10 to 20 seconds, I slowly say what the video is about. Something like this. It'd be like, hey, Mike Healy here. I want to thank you for watching. What I'm going to cover today is the snap delivered opportunity. And I typically try to say the title of it slow so that they transcribe it correctly and Google knows what I just said, or YouTube knows what I just said. Google owns YouTube, right? Okay. So now what happens then is I would take, and so with the snap delivered opportunity, you can see on here, if somebody clicks on it, so basically I create the video and I talk about it, and I have I'm talking directly to them. I like to personally somehow get my face on there a little bit because you can convey a little more emotion. However, if you just deliver good content, it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to do that. If you're just not comfortable in front of a camera, that's fine. So what I want to show you is this. Okay, let me copy this link real quick. I'm going to go to my actual YouTube here. We're going to paste this in. Okay, so the same video is coming up. Okay, we're going to push pause on that. Now, what I also do is this, YouTube wants to know that you know what you're doing, and you're going to attract people by making it easily searchable. Okay, so when I make my video and I download it, I put the title of the video of the file before I upload it. Okay, before I upload it, I put the title of the video in there. So when I download my video after I've done a screen record and edited it, whatever, it says snap delivered opportunity. Okay, my thumbnail, so I got that. My thumbnail says snap delivered opportunity on the thumbnail, as well as the saved JPEG file is snap delivered opportunity. Trust me, they look at all of this stuff. Okay, they look at everything that you put out there. At the very top, underneath the description here in the bottom, which everybody knows how to get to, I type in snap delivered opportunity. So I got it there in 4 places, right? And then, real important, I've got my link here. Now, you have to understand that if you put a link here, you always have to type in https:// for it to actually hyperlink. If you just put in www. And type whatever it in, it is not clickable. It won't do anything. Because what I've done is I've created it to do this. Now, I'm going to give you, if you've never seen any of my training videos on this, there's a free software out there also that allows you to really get some dialed in analytics metrics called vidIQ. Let me blow that up. vidIQ. I have the free version. You download it. It goes right onto your page. It's real simple to do. But I want you to see what on the right-hand side, it will show me exactly kind of scores, things like that. You can upgrade and pay for it. It shows what the thumbnail is that it is. And this does it for any video out there. So this is a lot of times if I see competition is what I do. Any opportunity video, it shows me these different scores. And down here, it's going to show me keywords, okay, video tags. So this is real important. Is what I do is I went and searched for all of those keywords, right? The things that people are typing in, and I put those in when I uploaded my video as the proper keywords. So as you can see, I've got snap delivered opportunity right here. I now have snap delivered opportunity in probably close to 6 places in my video. This is so important that you do that because now it's going to do it. Now, also these other keywords could potentially pull my video based on the relevance of the other videos that somebody might search. So as an example, if I was to go to snap delivered again, Hopefully you're following me on this and this is making sense. You go to Snap Delivered again on here. I'm sorry, Snap Delivered. Click on Snap Delivered Opportunity, right? You can see here, because I'm not cookied, I'm down a little farther, right? So I'm down a little farther on this search. What'll happen is I could click on like this person's video at the top, right? And then that's a commercial. And then on the right hand side, I can see this person has no video, no keywords, no topic tags, nothing. So I'm going to probably outrank that shortly. Now the other thing is, let's get through this ad real quick. I'm going to show you something. Obviously I get hit up with all the commercials and network marketing commercials. So this is just straight up company PowerPoint, no individual on the face. Could have been downloaded, could have done something like that, and so on. Like I had, so really what this has done is it's basically the person just did a PowerPoint or even copied a company's PowerPoint and put it on their channel, and they're getting some traction from it. They're getting views on it. The problem is they don't even have a link down here to join. Okay, and you can see right here, you know, video credit, whatever. There's no links. There's nowhere to go and get a hold of this person. Why does why is this even on here, really? This might actually be the company's. Actually, I'm sorry. So maybe that's the corporate one. Snap to Deliver. Maybe that's what that is. But otherwise, there's no reason to put a video on here if you don't have a call to action. And obviously at the end of the videos, if it's just for your individual person, you can always tell somebody, say, hey, go to such and such, put it in here, or hey, I got a link in the description below, click on it, it'll give you more information. So if I go back to, let me see here, I'll go back to mine. If I go back to mine, you can see what mine does is if somebody goes here to watch it, they see it. If they look at the description, they can click on it, and then I take people to this page, which I explained in one of the earlier videos, how they can look at it. It gives a different video. But again, I'm pulling the video that I had there onto this, and there is my enrollment for free button, right? So, well, let me kind of wind this down. I didn't mean to go quite so long, but whatever. So what you have to realize is that people are looking. And the other thing is there's a lot of people out there that are going to end up hearing about a company, right? Your company, as it's new, there's a few people, and then the word gets out, and pretty soon 3, 4, 5 people start talking to the same person, and the person's going to go to YouTube. They're going to go to Google and look to see if there's anybody talking about it. And if you can start putting out on a regular basis content based on those keywords that somebody would type in because YouTube told you exactly what people are looking for, you will eventually start to rank up there if done properly, okay? And then maybe I'll show you how to run paid traffic, an ad, so if somebody searches something, you're at the top of that. I'm probably going to do that in maybe one of the other videos on YouTube advertising where you're paying for it. But this is all organic, and I get a ton of people that sign up organically, okay? Ton of people, because once the word gets out, people are going to be looking for opportunities. They're going to be wanting to get partnered with people that they see as leaders. And if you're that person, guess who they're going to join? They're going to join you. So keep following me on these videos. Hopefully you're getting some content out of here. This, I know it's a little overwhelming at first if you've never done it, but hey, if you're going to learn to swim, put on the floaties and jump in the deep end, and, you know, don't drown, right? Keep paddling, keep doggy paddling. Pretty soon you'll be able to take the floaties off. Pretty soon you'll be swimming laps. Okay, that's how it works. That's how this thing works. So follow me along in this. Go to MikeHealyTraining.com/documentary. You can see the sequence of how I'm putting these together, and I'm going to continue to show you the results. So, you know, and if I add some other stuff in here, it's always going to be relevant to what I'm doing. So thanks again for watching. I'll see you on the other videos.